Northern Nevada. That's why you're here, because the best of the best is on 99.1. This is Tipping Point. We've got Jeff Reyes on the line right now, producer, director of the movie Invasion. Real hot script. I mean, hot, hot, hot. And it's going to come out, well, we're going to talk to him about how it's going to come out, and we're going to talk about the trailer that I've seen. For those of you who were really, really groupies of the Red Dawn type of era of film, for the War of the Worlds type of thing, you're going to love Invasion, because it's a mixture of the two. In my opinion, when I watch the trailer, that's the feeling I get. The intensity, the lone wolf kind of having to overcome extreme odds and really come to terms with, changing what they are and what they need to be to overcome their situation. And I think Jeff was really, really captured that. And I can't help but think that a lot of that emotion, a lot of that feeling, a lot of that directing that he did comes from an internal place for, let's talk about it. Let's talk about combat exposure. Let's talk about the things that a human being has to do to get through those types of extreme environments. Jeff, did you play any of that into the script, taking about, you got day one in combat is a lot different than, day 180, and you go through these massive changes and adjust to your environment. Did that play into the script at all?
With any situation, I remember when I was in Iraq, day one of going on patrol was very different than the last few days that I was there. I was, being scared and fearful, what was going to happen, was adamant within the script. I wanted to write a civilian part where a scenario of what would happen if we threw a civilian in an environment as hectic as an invasion.
Right. And how did that come across? Because it's got to be even more extreme. The emotional aspect. Did you prepare any of the script from the emotional standpoint to show those extremes?
Yeah, with missing your family and being away from an environment that you're so used to. I purposely wanted to show that, but using a civilian in a combat zone, but more in the home front.
Right.
I wanted to show this civilian's transformation from being this nerdy corporate America type of dude to actually sticking up for himself and sticking up for others and helping others in an environment that he was never intended or never thought of being in. So yes, I did put all that emotion and all that thought into a character such as him in the script.
And that's where I think you're going to get a lot of intensity from. Okay, we got to talk about where this movie is going, and I want everybody to be able to see the trailer. It's so important. I'm telling everybody in America right now, you're about to see the real deal. I mean, warfighters that made the movie are making it for you from a perspective that only they can do. I've got about a minute and a half right now, Jeff. Just give me what's it like? Is there any difference working on a set full of warfighters as opposed to, with no disrespect intended, where you're on a set with more civilians? How is that connection differently?
Even though I love working with, regular industry people, I grew up in the business and doing that. I love working with warfighters because they understand and they look at, they know the meaning of leadership and how to take orders and how to follow before they start leading themselves. So it's a pyramid. Production is on top, and we want to be able to show the realism, and they know the realism. They've experienced it, so they bring it to screen, and that's the authentic portion of filmmaking that we want to come across.
Outstanding. And we were talking offline. I know you can't say it, but I'll say it for you. The movie's been picked up by a major production company. We can't say who yet, but when it gets released, everybody's going to be highly, highly impressed, not just with the work you've done, but with who has picked it up. And two things. I got 30 seconds. When can we expect the movie to go nationwide, and how can people see the trailer right now?
Well, I really hope that the feature film will be shown nationwide very soon, hopefully within a year. But you can see more than the trailer. You can go to viewer.com, which is spelled VUIER.com, and you can go watch the full 15-minute short film that we made. That's all the buzz is about.
Outstanding, brother. And for those that don't know, check out Echo's World. You can find Jeff Reyes, Echo's World, on Twitter, on Facebook, all the places that we go hang out. Brother, thank you for coming on the show.
I appreciate it, man.
All the way. Out here.
I'm proud of my flag and I